Medusa is one of the most complex and tragic figures in Greek mythology. She was initially a beautiful woman with stunning hair, admired for her beauty. But her fate took a dark turn after she was cursed, transforming her into a monster capable of turning anyone who gazed directly into her eyes into stone. Medusa was originally a priestess of the goddess Athena, serving in her temple and bound by strict vows of chastity, as required by her role. According to the myth, the sea god Poseidon fell in love with Medusa because of her exceptional beauty. One day, Poseidon took her to Athena's temple, where he had a relationship with her. This act, committed in the sacred space of the temple, was seen as a grave insult to Athena. Athena was enraged by this violation within her temple, but instead of punishing Poseidon, she directed her wrath toward Medusa. She transformed Medusa from a beautiful woman into a hideous creature with venomous snakes for hair. Medusa's once captivating face became monstrous, and the worst part of her curse was that anyone who looked directly at her would turn to stone. After her transformation, Medusa lived in isolation, residing in a distant cave at the edge of the world. Her life was filled with loneliness and desolation, as she couldn't interact with humans or even animals without turning them to stone. Her surroundings became littered with the petrified remains of those who had dared to approach her. Perseus, one of Greece's legendary heroes, was tasked with an almost impossible mission: to slay Medusa and bring back her head. This mission was given to him by King Polydectes, who sought to eliminate Perseus. Despite the daunting task, Perseus received help from the gods. Hermes, the messenger god, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, provided him with the tools he needed to succeed. Hermes gave Perseus winged sandals that allowed him to fly, along with a sharp sword capable of decapitating Medusa. Athena, on the other hand, gave him a shiny shield that acted as a mirror, enabling him to look at Medusa's reflection instead of staring directly at her. He also received a magical bag from the nymphs to carry Medusa's head after slaying her. With the aid of these divine gifts, Perseus set out on his journey to Medusa's lair, where she lived with her immortal sisters, the Gorgons. Upon arriving, he used the shield's reflective surface to avoid direct eye contact with Medusa. He approached her while she slept, and with a swift strike, he used the sword to sever her head. After her death, Perseus placed her head in the magical bag and flew away using the winged sandals. Even in death, Medusa's powers remained potent. From her severed neck emerged two mythical beings, the winged horse Pegasus and the giant warrior Chrysaor, both fathered by Poseidon. This event symbolizes the enduring power of Medusa, even after her demise. Perseus used Medusa's head in numerous situations to turn enemies into stone. Eventually, he gifted her head to Athena, who placed it on her shield, the Aegis, as a symbol of protection and strength. The myth of Medusa is multifaceted. Her face and image were often used in ancient art and sculptures as a symbol of protection, warding off evil spirits. She became a representation of power and transformation. In more contemporary times, Medusa has been reinterpreted as a symbol of female suffering and injustice. Some view her story as a reflection of the imbalance of power between men and women, with women often bearing the consequences of actions beyond their control.